So we have the biggest fight of the year on our hands here as Jack Della Maddalena is going to be taking on Islam Makhachev. For some reason, Islam Makhachev is in his Charles Oliveira shorts. This is the biggest fight of the year, but this is not the only thing the UFC decided to drop on us. Zhang Weili versus Valentina Shevchenko, Leon Edwards versus Carlos Prates, and Umar Nurmagomedov is back, but unfortunately he's not fighting Peter Yan. Listen, it would be very rude not to start with this absolute masterpiece that we have in front of us with Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev. Very, very interesting fight. Very, very complex fight. And very, very unique fight. I never thought the UFC would present me with a fight that A, I'm so fucking hyped for, but B, that I just don't know. But I am leaning towards Jack Della Maddalena for a few reasons. So we'll start with JDM. The Bilal Muhammad fight really surprised me. Really surprised me. But in the back of my head, I know Islam Makhachev is a different level grappler to Bilal Muhammad. There's like, I feel like this is one of those fights where I just kind of think whatever happens, I'm like, yeah, yeah, I don't know why I just didn't say it. I didn't just say that. Like, I thought that was going to happen. Why didn't I just say that? So, the way I kind of see this fight playing out at the moment, I feel like they're quite similar in striking. Obviously, JDM's got the nod. Obviously, JDM's got the nod. Okay, relax before anyone goes at me. They are similar, but JDM's a better striker. They are. Makachev's definitely got better control on the ground. Jack the Madeleine is very good at getting back to his feet. I always said this fight was who's going to be a little bit better at the other opponent's worst game because they're both extremely good at their opponent's game. Makachev's good on the feet. Jack the Madeleine is very good on the ground getting back to his feet. Both weaknesses are strengths in the other opponent's game. Gilbert Burns with Jack the Madeleine, but he proved us wrong in the Bilal Muhammad fight. I didn't think he was going to beat Bilal Muhammad at all. And Islam Makhachev deservedly moves up to fight for what he deserves. Okay, if anyone calls him a duck, you're just fucking stupid. He deserves to be in his position. This was a fight that made sense. Most lightweight title defenses in history. He deserves to be in his position. Taporia got one title defense and moved up, so you cannot compare. Just can't compare them. JDM's going to be. I don't know, actually. I don't know. This is a weird one, man. This is a weird one because Makachev might go up and just show lighter man skills. Because we saw someone like Gilbert Burns have a lot of success. A lot of success going from lightweight to welterweight. And he wasn't even a good lightweight. So I'm kind of thinking the best lightweight in the world, the best lightweight of all time in his prime, moving up. The thing is, I just I really wanted to see that Arman Sarukian fight before I make a prediction on this. Like I'll be real, before I saw Makhachev moving up, I really wanted to see him against an Arman Sarukian because he's fighting wrestlers in this division. Jack LaMedal is not a wrestler, but you have people like Kamar Usman who's a wrestler, Shavkat Rakhmonov can wrestle, Bilal Muhammad is former champion, he's a wrestler, Sean Brady's a wrestler. You have wrestlers in this division. So that's not going to be your strong point anymore as regards you're not going to be this dominant grappler. You're fighting dominant grapplers. Sean Brady's looking like the dominant grappler in the division at the moment. Bilal Muhammad was that guy as well. These wet blankets are in welterweight. Okay, Shavkat Rakhmonov can do it all. Ian Gary's up there. We shouldn't even mention Ian Gary the way that guy be talking about this. Like, I'm gonna let Islam slide in, and then I'm gonna fight a winner. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works, Ian. Okay, you lost to Shavkat and nearly got fucking sniped by Carlos Prates. You have work to do. You have fucking work to do. Fight fucking Kamaru Usman or something. But Jack Del Medellin has definitely got the edge in striking. He's going to outbox Islam Makhachev moments. But that doesn't mean I don't think Makhachev is going to have moments on the feet himself. I think Makhachev can land on JDM. I think Makhachev will fucking land on JDM. And I think he's going to have moments. We will see Islam Makhachev get JDM down, but we will also see JDM get up. I am very confident in that. That's where I'm picking JDM. I think JDM is going to be going to be able to get back up in moments. It's a damage-based scoring system. If JDM can do a little bit more on the feet, which I think he can, I'm picking JDM in this fight. But I hope Makhachev wins. I hope Makhachev wins. Listen, I like JDM a lot, but I'm a big Islam Makhachev fan. Massive Islam Makhachev fan. He's probably my favorite fighter on the roster currently. I know Leon Edwards is my favorite fighter ever, but I'm talking about a fighter who is just bringing so much excitement to the sport and is a good name and is a massive star. Like Makhachev to Poirier are kind of the two. And the fact that they were on a collision course to fight is insane. But Islam Makhachev is where he deserves to be. Absolutely is where he deserves to be. It's just such an intriguing fight for me. Can Makhachev implement his grappling? Can JDM stand up? Can JDM keep it standing enough to land on the feet? Can Islam Makhachev just show lighter man skills and be able to slick him on the feet to be able to set up his takedowns? These are all questions that I have. Dustin Poirier is the fight a lot of people are talking about. A lot of people are talking about. If you go watch the first round of the Dustin Poirier fight, you can clearly see Makhachev is a better grappler. Poirier was definitely landing on the feet, but I will always make the argument of until I see them in the division, you just never know. Because so many people move up and have so much success. So much success. Okay? The Gilbert Burns fight. If you're going to talk about the Dustin Poirier fight, let's talk about the Gilbert Burns fight. Let's talk about the Gilbert Burns fight. Makhachev arguably outboxed Dustin Poirier in a lot of moments, was the better grappler, beat Volkanovski in his backyard in Australia, which I say is one of the most underrated wins ever. Submitted Charles Oliveira, who's the greatest practitioner ever in Jiu-Jitsu, beat him at his own game, dismantled him when he was in his prime. So if we're talking about big wins here, you've got to be saying Islam Makhachev's name. Jack Della Maddalena has a Bilal Muhammad win. He's a Gilbert Burns win. Split decision against Kevin Holland, even though it wasn't a split decision. But he's only taken out two top contenders, which is a fact. Gilbert Burns and Bilal. And he was going to fight Leon Edwards. So he wasn't even the number one contender at the time. They pulled him out of that fight to fight Sean Brady. He's meant to fight Sean Brady as well. Makhachev obviously has a better resume. There's absolutely no denying that. But I don't really think resume matters when you're on form. And JDM is on form. So resume can only take you so far. Stylistically, I think this is just fucking unbelievable. I think this is such a scrap. I absolutely love every second of this fight. I can't wait to see it. I just cannot wait to see it. I can't wait to see Makhachev. Why he's going to be like a 170. I'm nearly there at my dream fight of Islam Makhachev versus Shavkat Rakhmonov. We're literally one fight away. I would be heartbroken to see Islam Makhachev move down and get chin by Poirier. Like that would fuck me up bad. It's such an intriguing fight. I wanted to see a little bit more from both of them before I could really make it concrete. You know, if Makhachev went in and dismantled Darman Sarukian, I probably would have picked him. If JDM went in there and fucking pieced up like a Shavkat or an Ian Gary before, or pieced up a Leon Edwards on the feet, I probably would have picked him. Or Sean Brady is a very, very good fight that I could have based this off. I would have picked him if he'd beaten Sean Brady when they were meant to fight. But we have to go with what we know. But this isn't the only fight that's been announced. We actually have probably the second biggest WMA fight behind Shevchenko. Not Shevchenko, actually. Fucking Ronda Rousey, Holly Holmes up there, Misha Tate as well. But Valentina Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili. I'm going to be picking Zhang Weili. This fight is just like actually banging. I love this fight. This is one of the only WMF fights I will be extremely excited for. This is definition of GOAT versus GOAT. Valentina Shevchenko is going to lose though. I'm going to pick Zhang Weili in a close decision. Listen, we've kind of seen Valentina Shevchenko's career go downhill. We've seen her go from this absolute unbeatable pillar that beat fucking um, Jessica Andrade with a crucifix, then beat, what was her, Lauren Murphy. And then she kind of slowly took the Alexa Grasso fights downhill, got finished by Alexa Grasso. So the decline's definitely there. Zhang Weili, just an absolute beast. And I feel like I've seen enough of Valentina Shevchenko's career go down to be able to pick Zhang Weili, who seems to be just continuously maintaining this on top form and just doesn't look like she's fading, which is insane. So I'll go with Valentin Shevchenko on that one. Or sorry, Zhang Weili, Valentin Shevchenko to get decisioned. Oh man, like I said earlier in this video, my favorite fighter of all time, Leon Edwards, is going to be taking on Carlos Prates, and I'm going to be picking Carlos Prates. I can't even lie. I just think the way Leon fought against Sean Brady really answered a lot of questions for me. It answered the questions I had about Leon not being able to just pull through adversity and really get dig deep and really be able to find a win when you need it the most. I know he did that against Kamaru Usman, but I wanted to see it against Sean Brady. I thought he was going to beat Sean Brady, but he just kind of like gave up in a way. Like when he shot onto Brady, I was just like, what are you doing? Like, what are you fucking doing? Carlos Prates is on form. This is a fucking sick scrap, by the way. Like, this card is just unbelievable. The UFC is just cooking. It's so back. So back. The UFC is absolutely incredible right now. I'm going to go Carlos Prates via TKO. I feel like he's on good form. I feel like he's going to be able to find the range. The Jeff Neal KO was insane. The way Prata is kind of just like slowly prots and then throws like that, but he's like when he throws like this, he's actually going to land with force, which is insane to me about Carlos Prates. For Leon, you need to keep at range. You need to utilize your kicks. You don't really utilize your kicks anymore. Rip the body, rip the legs, give him something to think about. Even grapple. You're a high level grappler. There's no reason that you shouldn't be able to win this fight. But from what I've seen in your last fight and from what I've seen in Prates moving forward, I'm going to be picking Carlos Prates. I think it makes sense. I think the stage of their careers as well is going to be a big factor. Leon's coming off what 2 losses in a row now to Bilal Muhammad and Sean Brady, but he's in there against a striker. He's in there against a striker. So this is what you ask for. This is what you get. So this is a perfect opportunity for Leon to go in there and shut him down and really show him you're still up there. Okay. Now there is one more. There is one more. Let me go on the UFC's thing. Okay, so we have Mackenzie there, and who cares? Um, Absolutely no one cares about this fight. Mario Batista versus Umar Nurmagomedov. Should have been Peter Yan, could have been Peter Yan, but wasn't Peter Yan. I'm going to be picking Umar in this fight. Listen, Mario Batista. If you're really picking Mario Batista, are you picking off the Patchy Mix fight? Patchy Mix was literally a fucking heavy bag in that cage. He didn't move his head. He shot his pants. Umar Nurmagomedov is the second best bantamweight by a long stretch. He beats every other bantamweight. He could even beat Marab if he had 5 more minutes of cardio. Arguably won the fifth round. How many people take a fifth round off of Marab? O'Malley did. O'Malley probably did. But apart from that, no one. Umar's going to style him up. Umar's going to shut him down. Umar's going to show levels, I think. I think Umar Nurmagomedov is a generational talent. We saw against Marab, he's just better than Marab, but he doesn't have the cardio against for Marab, which is no shame because absolutely nobody does. But Umar's legit, and Umar's going to take this fight. I think. I feel like just going to piece him up at range. He's going to be utilize takedowns, and he's going to show people that he's really right there, and he is right there. And I think Umar is probably the second best bantamweight in the world by far. So, listen, we have incredible fights here. Obviously, when the card comes closer, I'm going to give a proper full card breakdown, all that good shit. But like, subscribe, and thanks for